Last time on Alien RPG. The crew went to Pelican Colony, only to find another abandoned colony. The people died due to the sun letting off too much radiation, leaving the colony run by Ottoman drones. They found a recently crashed ship that belonged to the Gulham Marauders, a rebel group dedicated to wiping out the perfected at all costs. They were here chasing the children of two divines who were coming here to see an ancient engineer guardian ship. Exploring the engineer ship themselves, the crew encountered the perfected and barely escaped with their lives. But not without finding out some information about the engineers and perfected. The engineers created the perfected and the xenomorphs. That the perfected forced the engineers to flee from the far spinward colonies, regions of space. And both the engineers and the perfected revere the xenomorph, what they call the destroying angel. Rushing back to the ship, they encountered another surprise. Security officer Hamidah had been impregnated by a facehugger. They placed her in cryosleep in hopes to slow the birth of the chestburster. Unfortunately, as you inspect the cryo room, you are too late. The chestburster hatched and is now loose on the ship.
Ooh. I'll do it.
Yes.
I'll be honest, I've been thinking about this all day and I still don't have any good ideas. Like all day at work, in my real adult job, I was like, oh, what are we gonna do?
There's a chest burster on our ship and we gotta do something about it.
Alright.
I'm not leaving with it. I'm not taking off with it still on the boat. At the bare minimum, I want to like kick it out the door like I do with my cat when my family's cat brings in a chipmunk.
Remind us, Omega, did we find her corpse already bursted?
Exploded?
Or did we arrive in time for the emergence of the little wiggly child?
I don't think we saw the little white child. It wiggled away.
No, you arrived too late. Hamidah lies deceased in her cryo chamber, and you see little footprints, bloody footprints, and like a tail mark of blood crawling up the wall and into the air ducts.
Perfect.
Right.
Right. Is her body still warm, or has it already cooled down?
That's a good question.
It's still warm. This happened recently,
right.
So maybe an hour.
We act quickly. We could do wondrous things and handle this without any problems.
Agreed.
I just think that it's funny that's what you said about putting her in the cryo chamber in the first place.
Well, I mean, there was always going to be a bit of a gamble, I suppose, and for all I know, it wasn't sealed correctly, and who knows?
Hey, Crispin?
Yes.
Hey, Crispin.
Yes.
Just like for your own personal safety,
of course.
Unless what you are about to say is like a suggestion or like something actively related to the tracking down and finding of whatever the fuck came out of Hamidah, maybe don't speak at all, because I don't know. I can't say what will happen to you.
That's an interesting series of thoughts you've had there, Doctor. we appreciate and understand you and your thoughts, but respectfully, making threats will not make this situation better for anyone. So, if we could stifle down those feelings, bury them nice and deep, we can get to solving the problem at hand.
You think I haven't been doing that this whole time? I go to start walking follow the fucking footprints if there's a trail.
Excellent. Doctor, I believe...
Go alone?
Oh, sorry. Yes, of course, Doctor. Don't go off on your own. Doctor, I believe the corpse is warm. Are you able to assess how long it's been?
I'm an astrophysicist.
Doesn't matter. You're a scientist.
Okay. Also, what does it matter? She fucking exploded. The blood's still wet. The body's warm.
Well, we thought we had days, potentially. And it turned out we may have had hours till it exfiltrated her body. And so we may have less time than we expect before it begins to grow.
Get out of the fucking way. I'm gonna look.
Of course.
I'm gonna do
Please.
an examine.
Yes, check for the stars and whatnot.
I will help.
Yeah. So what am I rolling, like observation or something to like?
Yeah, sure.
Would be medical?
No. Either medical.
Oh, you can't do medical on an object.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were checking my body.
Oh no, I'm checking the
we also need
dead
to do
body.
What are you
are
checking?
also technically an object, but
What are you checking? You're checking the body, right?
I'm checking Hamidah's exploded corpse. To
that would be
see,
that'd be
like-
medical. That would be medical for
Oh,
sure.
well, I'll let Halwyn do that then. To
Okay,
get like a
yeah.
better, see if we could get. I'll help you. See if we could get like a better estimate of how long ago she exploded.
Yeah, I can do that. I have a desire anyway to kind of I don't know how to put it. Just kind of put her corpse
Figure
to
shit
rights
out.
anyhow. But I'll while I'm doing that, check and see. Whew.
Oh yeah.
All right, that's 3.
Hot damn.
Yeah, you learned that her body never went into cryosleep. The burster somehow kept her from freezing.
Ooh.
So like the pod worked and everything, she just never froze.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like.
And the burster hatched about 50 minutes ago.
15 or 50?
50.
50.
And you could see
5-0.
you could see the tracks headed down into the stern direction air duct.
Okay.
Right now, can I walk to the alien footprints so that I can pull the bolt in the thing?
I mean, it's in one of the air ducts. I think my question was going to be if there's any sort of containment system that we could activate in the ducts.
That would probably be a Tan question.
Yeah.
Well, looking at the ducts, you could see that there's a trail of slimy fluid and a torn bit of jumpsuit.
So
Yeah.
can we
I think
close some of them? Sorry, go
that
for it.
would be a Tan question, I think. I was just gonna say I'm gonna put the corpse to rats a little bit before moving on, and then I think also another priority should be getting Alouette fixed up.
To appreciate this?
Yes, that does seem like it's a high priority.
All right, get over here. I forget that I'm the one who's like actually qualified to do this.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Do we? Sorry.
sorry, good. No, by all means. You're in the action.
Could we do this in private?
Yeah, if y'all two want to go off and do that, we can go try to chat with Tan about what can be done for containment and whatnot, and just general safety. Also, I feel like he's the kind of idiot who would just walk off on his own.
He's gonna get eaten by the thing, by the. It's gonna be a xenomorph already, like fully grown, and it's gonna have fully just consumed Tan. That's my out of character prediction.
Honestly, if I'm being real, it's just that he's always kind of on the bridge with Dudge, and I'm a little more worried about him walking off and then something happening to Dudge, who is alone.
And Dudge is cool.
Yeah. Dudge actually flies the ship for us, so
Yeah, he is vital. That's true.
Yeah, just a bit.
All right. Alan, do you have a quarters? I keep forgetting.
Yes, it is the maintenance area.
Okay.
Well, that's fucking stupid. We're going to mine.
Very well.
So you open the door to the airlock to leave to the maintenance section, and
We're going to Sasha's room.
as you open the door, Tan just happens to be walking in.
Oh. Oh, we were just leaving.
Man of the hour.
Oh my god.
Yeah, as you can see, things did not go well with the whole cryo theory situation, mitigation strategy. So, yeah, first of all, I guess thank you for bringing the egg on our ship once again. Bang up job with that. I mean, you can see what that has wrought. Regardless, I think we just try to maybe stick together as much as possible. We were just chatting about the possibility. It seems to have gone into the air vents, the creature. Would it be possible to... Is there some sort of containment shut off the air vents that we could do? Possibly at all?
You're asking me? I'm not an engineer.
Yeah, I mean, okay, all right.
And it's your ship.
Yeah, I feel like you have a responsibility.
That was Davor's job. And you guys let him die.
Davor's been dead for days. What are you on about?
And you're the captain of the ship. You need to take... After all, it was your bumbling by letting your security officer get to the egg that led to all of this. You need to know these things.
Well, if Hamidah wouldn't have interfered, everything would have been fine.
You're bumbling. You're in charge, are you not?
Yes, I'm in charge. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. What are we gonna do? We got this little creature. What can it do? It's just a little thing.
Listen to Alwyn. Can you find out if we can shut the vents?
So we're down. We lost all our staff. So I got you. I got Alice Dungeon. I got her brother.
Pilot
Dudge. That's it. We got no engineers. Has anybody got any engineering experience? Let's see. Let's look at.
Fine engineer.
I didn't check Tan's heavy machinery. 0. Yeah, I was playing him right.
Heavy machinery. That's me.
Yeah, Alouette.
Well, you don't need to know heavy machinery to close a vent. I can do that. Me, Epsilon, with my noodle arms.
It would honestly, yeah, it'd probably be. You might need to just talk to Mother to see if it's even capable, and then it's getting to the right place.
So Alouette, you do have heavy machinery?
Oh yeah, that's my thing.
She has some. I have a little.
So you're the engineer then. So you realize that you could seal off a duct by welding it shut with heavy machinery roll.
Well, they don't.
I guess I'm capable of this if need to be.
And by doing that, nothing would get through. Not even that big creature you saw back down there.
Now, Tan, can you ask Mother what percentage of oxygen loss we would have throughout the ship by doing this? After all, we can't, kill this parasite, but also the host.
Well, that would depend on how many we close. We can't just close all of them, right? right? We have to maybe narrow it down.
Good point. Is it one set system, or are they several? Are we talking about maybe trapping it and flushing it out, or are we talking about
Yes.
full containment?
Well, if you leave little thing, it become big thing, which become bigger thing. So
Well,
Yes, of course.
flush out while still small.
I think our superiors would prefer containment, don't you think, Crispin?
I do. I just don't
Our
think
superiors, not
our
respectfully, can go put a sock in it.
Yes, of course. But also, maybe practically, containment in our oxygen corridors is maybe not the best for a creature with corrosive blood, as I've read.
That is a good point.
And as much as I want to capture this alive, I've read enough to know that if we can get to it now, we don't have the right tools. It was perfect as an egg. It was perfect as the as poor Hammond. Anyway,
No.
perfect scenario. But now
You had a
The
whole
bullet?
list, and now you lost it.
now we need to be much swifter. I don't think we will have success in capturing it. It's far too dangerous at this point.
Is there a way we could going with the fleshing it out idea? If we were to kind of corral it into possibly one area with like an airlock, and then just eject it out into the cold, unforgiving vacuum of space.
Just Delta V away from it.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
interesting.
Well, right now,
Maybe
what
we
I-
could burn it up in the exhaust of our ship.
I think it's better for me to go to the bridge. I have Dudge setting a course. We have head command analyzing the engineer information we sent
Right.
them,
All right.
and we're expecting it back shortly. So we're gonna take the ship in deep space, far away from this planet as we can get.
All right, Tan, if you could make yourself
Dead.
useful and get a handful of motion tractors ready for us on the bridge when we get there, that would be lovely.
I'm going to fix our android if you'll give me a few minutes. I'll meet you on the bridge.
Of course. Stay together and look for any signs of molting, like a reptile or anything of that nature.
You'll be the first to hear.
Excellent.
Do we is there an intercom system throughout the ship that anyone can
Probably.
speak into? Or should we try to obtain like a walkie-talkie kind of situation?
How long you been on this ship?
That was less of an in-character question and more of a sorry, let me drop
Out
the
of
voice.
character.
Athena, when was
Yeah.
the last time you were on
Athena
the
drop the
question.
accent.
Athena has never set foot physically on the ship.
Here, we'll take it. We'll take
Right.
you to the ship. We'll take you to the ship.
Okay.
Well,
Wonderful.
Do we have intercoms?
Oh.
Oh,
There she
Lord.
is.
Now, if you look,
Ooh.
you should look at access
stations?
those access terminals. That sign there.
Right.
Okay.
What sign?
Well, you have that hidden in the dark, but it's the
Yeah.
ones that look like a little like shower drain, right?
Mm.
This is.
Oh, the access terminals, the ones that look like little computer
eye?
screens,
Or is that the hollow?
or the eye. Oh,
You do see everything, right? But just darkened.
no, it's all black except for the ship,
Really?
and we can only
Mhm.
Do you mean this?
Yeah.
Like that calm? Yeah, that calm symbol.
Okay.
That one- okay.
Like a shower
Alright.
drain.
Is there one near Sasha's room?
So is it like pitch black dark? You can't see.
Yeah. We can't see anything
it's
outside
like
the ship
fog
at all.
war kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's regular, like, I would say exploration mode. We can see a little bit into the
Yeah, we can see
bridge.
into-
I wanted you to see like the whole ship, but
Mm-hmm.
only around you's lit. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
Fog of War. That's what I wanted.
Correct.
Yeah.
We have Fog of War, but there is some other stuff we can see.
I think if you put us, like, if you dragged our
It's a
characters,
breathing
dropped
room.
them outside the ship, and then brought us back, that would give us visibility of everything outside, and then leave the fog of war.
Oh.
Because I'm assuming
yes.
you have the walls set up for the ship,
Okay.
and that's what's
So
blocking us
intercom-
from the outside.
It is starting to
Intercom
show
will
me
work
the
go
little
ship-wide.
what the everything means. Yes.
Oh, really?
Oh, maybe
it has
yeah,
on
there you
up
go.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I may, see.
we
I
go.
did. Maybe I had to do that for everybody.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, intercom is ship wide.
Mhm.
I think the intercom is ship wide, and the
okay.
access terminal is like kind of a room to room thing. Oh, here's the bridge.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always
Okay.
treated access terminals as like local, like
Mm-hmm.
in Alien Isolation, like the localized access terminals where they can like affect things in like the locale, like the next couple of rooms, lights, like tanks, things like that.
Bridge. Where's my freaking
Yeah.
room?
Well,
I mean, to be fair, it might not actually have our rooms, you know.
Mhm.
bunk
And
rooms.
There's
right
gotta be
here.
something that says like
Bunk
crew
rooms.
storage. Oh, there
Uh,
we go.
We can't see over there.
Mm-hmm.
This is a wall, apparently.
Okay, well, I'm going to
Okay.
abandon that idea here. I'm going to go to plan B. I'm going to give you all vision of the whole thing. That seems like
I mean,
the
it is our
founder-
ship. Why wouldn't we?
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Okay, but now that if you wanted, now that you've given us vision, you could switch it back, and because our characters have seen it, I believe it would all go to like,
Well, let's see.
Like, fade it
Let's
out
switch
gray.
it back.
yeah. Oh, I was a liar
No, because
apparently.
then it puts
No.
a wall here.
Yeah,
so
but
that
and it's
doesn't
supposed to
work.
show us things
Yeah,
we've
so-
seen before, but I guess because our character hasn't seen it, it's the walls.
No, but there's a wall where it shouldn't be, so.
Yeah, there's like an invisible wall right down
Ah.
the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, okay, whatever. It's a foundry bug then. Okay.
Mm.
You should be able to
Such a
do
fine-
that.
Because of these
Junction room.
icons.
Okay, well, get back there. Get back
okay.
there. Get all the way back there.
That's right. Just switch.
Well,
we're-
switch.
we're
I was going to the junction
we're
room.
going to our rooms.
Well, it's stealth mode now. Now we're in stealth mode because that chestburster is out there. So we're gonna use the new evolved rules, which is pretty similar anyways for the stealth, except the encounter sequence is a little bit different. Okay, but to start it off, I'll allow you to go 2 zones first, or 3 zones. So if anybody's going to the cockpit, you can go there.
Cool.
And then Alouette and I are going into the bunk room. There's one here that we can get in.
Yeah, I'll go to the cockpit.
Well, no, that's Tan's office because Tan had the captain's office here.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, we're going here.
Then Crispin took it.
That's right.
So then Tan had to go to this bunk room. So you guys moved because Seja, you were second in command, but now you're devoted to the bunk room here with everybody else.
Now I'm third. Can I go through this door, please? It won't let
No.
me open this door.
yeah, you have to move us.
There.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll allow you go to the bunk room. There's no stealth mode here. Just go to the bunk room, and we'll get to you.
I will go with Crispin, I suppose.
Okay, you go into the cockpit.
The girls.
Okay. What are you doing in the bunk room?
Fixing the android.
Yeah, she's gonna try and repair my damage.
I think that's Comtech, yeah.
It is, yeah. Alouette is gonna mention though. Did ya? Oh Jesus.
You gonna push?
All right, nice. I I believe the psychic attack, it seemed to affect my circuitry. I struck Crispin, which should not be something I can do.
I honestly don't see an issue with you striking Crispin, of all people.
I think it might be an advantage if I can perhaps do this in a defensive manner.
You want me to give you the capacity to hurt?
It's maybe useful in situations. It is
okay.
I also find I have a sense that I do not wish to be hurt, which is something I have not felt before.
Congratulations, you've developed self-preservation. Very human.
I would like to keep this as well.
Oh yeah, no. Self-preservation is important. The fact that you didn't have a sense of it before is actually kind of problematic, because I feel like Wayu, of all people, or whoever the fuck made you, would not like to have to keep replacing whoever it is. Replacing you if need be, or anything like that. It feels more logical to give you a reason to give you the drive to live and the means to defend yourself.
Thank you very much.
Now I say this because I say this out of logic, Seja. Not out of the Seja, not out of the Seja that occupies my current headspace.
Do you still see me as you saw Lark?
You aren't her. But some of your patterns of thinking and behavior have been, well, some of your decisions got people I cared about killed. Decisions that I wouldn't have made, or Halwyn wouldn't have made, or any human wouldn't have made. So, I dislike you. I have dislike parts of you both for very different reasons. Lark saw a vulnerability in me personally and chose to exploit it.
That must be most vexing.
Yes, it seemed I was singled out for... I don't even know why she singled me out. I wasn't even the most duplicitous one of my crew. She points to her eye that's like... There's some scarring around it, and it's very clearly like a slightly different color than her other one. I mean, Lark didn't shoot my eye out. That was a full fucking human.
I see.
Because I know she continued to double down, singling me out and pushing me. Because it's what she thought logical, not what was right. Does that make sense?
It is, I believe you. It is odd that she would push just you. This is unusual.
I was an easy target then. I jumped at the shadows. I was scared of everything. I still am. I've just learned it's not worth it to keep saying such things. Especially when people like that exist, like her exist.
Mm. It seems there is much to jump at in the satchels these days.
Mm-hmm. I don't hate you, by the way.
I've been curious about this.
I hate Than.
This is obvious.
I hate Crispin.
This is newer, but yes, I see.
At the end of the day, you still would act against them, I think, if push came to shove.
Before I do not know? Maybe now.
Well, if you act in their favor and do something that's blatantly stupid as attempting to corral the thing that burst out of Hamidah alive, keep it alive, if you are stupid enough to think that's a good idea, we might actually have problem.
Understood.
Just keep in mind what is logical versus what is right.
I shall do my best.
Right?
Okay, in the cockpit.
As we go in, Crispin like strides up, instantly starts like snapping his fingers. He's just like, Tan, I hope those motion detectors are nearly ready. And then without even waiting for Tan's response, he goes straight to the holo table and starts just like typing commands to try and pull up the ship's like native CCTV or whatever equivalent to start like scanning through for any signs of something moving around on the ship.
Well, the best we can do is the motion detectors. There's 2 of them in the EVA suit room, and 2 of them in the storage by the med pod room. You could find weapons to subdue the creature in those rooms also. Dudge, how are we doing? You take us away from the planet? Yes, we're in deep space at the outer, just passing the outer planet now. Far away from those dreaded perfected. As you commanded, sir. Sure, keep us on course. And keep an eye out for any incoming message from the Great Mother ship. Aye, sir. Well, Crispin, I think I'll stay here and keep Dudge company. If you want to go try to capture that thing, you're more than welcome.
Yes. Very good. Have you had, since you insisted on coming here rather than getting the items I asked for, have you at least had a chance to check out the life support to analyze the vents and such as we asked?
I could do that now as you progress.
Please.
Should take some time. This is not my job, so to speak, but I guess I could
it is.
Do it.
You've lost the crew, so it is. If you could get along with that, Tan. I expected it 5 minutes ago, but I suppose it's becoming more relevant as we've entered a crisis situation, is why I was sent here. You know, Tan, you were having such fine marks up until this point, and really your crisis handling is just... it's leaving things to be desired.
Well, if you would, if your company could send us more personnel, that would have been great.
Our company, Tan, our company.
Yes.
And Crispin turns to Halwyn. He goes, Well, is there anything else you think on the bridge would be useful, or should we tend to it?
On the bridge, no, I don't think so. At the moment, I guess just maybe keep an eye on the cameras for us, Tan. Let us know if there's anything that you're seeing that we should know about. And Dudge, keep up the great work.
Well, thank you.
You just
Alan.
keep being you.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Well, should we head to get those motion detectors and weapons then, Helen?
Yeah, the EVA room isn't too far. And maybe we pick up the others on the way to the med bay.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Boop, 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 boop.
Okay. So you go to the AVA room.
Hmm.
And when you open the room, you see blood on the floor.
Ooh.
Oh,
And-
fuck.
And there's like a little corpse of something, like something furry with,
No!
and it's bloody and its head's been bitten off.
Oh no.
Did it kill Adrian?
You don't know, but it's some kind of animal's dead on the floor. There's a big trail
Buddy,
of
if
blood.
you killed my cat, I'm gonna be actually pissed.
What other animal is on this ship? I'm gonna pull out my flamethrower before I go closer, but
Why are there two cannons?
I didn't kill the cat. I was rolling the dice. So look at the
No,
dice.
you put my cat, like, an all up for death. Like,
No.
I'm actually, nah.
all right. Well, I will, as I said, unholster my incinerator and move closer to see what it is.
While she's approaching, I just want to be watching for whatever vent it
No,
must
that's
have
fair.
come from. Yeah.
And-
Or escaped back too.
Yeah, I went down a vent here. You see the blood trail come out and into there.
Right here.
Cool.
Oh,
I'm
out in okay.
gotcha. I'm just staring at that while she approaches the corpse just to kind of watch her back, I suppose.
Give me a medical aid, Halwyn. The hair color seems to match Adrian's. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So we get the first
Oh.
roll on the stress response table and the new rules. So roll
Rat.
2d6
Okay.
plus your stress minus your resolve.
Okay, and then I'll also deduct 2 for nerves of steel, I'm guessing.
Sure.
All right. So that would be plus my stress is 4, minus nerves of steel is 2, minus resolve, which is 4, would be a negative 2.
So 2
All right.
shakes. You gain 1 stress.
All right.
But you do, with your medical knowledge, you realize that this is a rat.
It's a rat. Okay.
It's a lab rat. One of the ones that must escape before.
Oh. We have a rat colony, just like what, in one of the science labs?
Yeah, Seja would know about him.
Can't do science with a rat.
Seja personally named this one Chunky. It's kind of big.
That is a massive rat.
You know, it's one of the larger ones I've seen. I'll say that. Mhm.
Have they been costing us extra?
That's a great. Do we keep rat food just like on the ship? And how did that get cleared? All right.
It's surprisingly not uncommon. Almost all of the science vessels just ungodly amounts of rat food. It's truly perplexing.
The amount of managing that these things take to upkeep,
There's got to be a better way at this
Alright.
point, you would think,
Alright.
but no. Turns out scientists just love experimenting on rats.
yeah. I mean, I can't say I know that many, but all the ones I did know. All right. Well, okay. So it went out this way. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems so. Are we able to, Omega? Can you put like some sort of marker so we can like
keep
see,
track of like where it's gone?
Even if it's just like a dot or something, so we can kind of have an idea of if it's pathways. I feel like our characters would know the ship layout better and be able to be like remember these things, but
Okay.
it might end up being completely irrelevant, but
Sure.
cool. Even just like a little red dot or something like that to just mark a spot.
You see him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we can work with that.
Yeah. All right.
Perfect. All right, so it didn't go far. I hate to ask you to do this, since you're right there. Is the rat warm?
Oh, okay. All right. No, that's a fair ask. I'll. How old is the dead rat? Is this something I could know with that medical aid success?
The rat is actually 1 year old.
Well played.
How long? Okay, all right.
How long is it deceased?
Is it warm? Is it still dripping?
Oh yeah, it's warm. Recently killed.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
Still twitching.
Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you on that. It's just
No.
it seems relevant to know if this happened.
No, that was I'll give credit where it's due. That was a good call. Yeah, it does seem likely to me that this was maybe its first stop.
Yes.
I don't think we can be too far behind it, but I don't know where it'll go from here, right? There's a comm unit in the hallway. Maybe we just let the others know
I agree. That's
that we kind of picked it up.
a good idea. Let's grab
And
whatever gear.
Motion detectors.
Yeah, the motion detectors were in here, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Grab both those bad boys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you got your weapons already, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah, would
happy
it be-
with what I've got on me.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I was gonna say my gun is not armor piercing, so I'm not worried about putting a hole in the hull. So yeah, that works.
That's good to know. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I will add a motion detector. And actually, any chance there's like a stun baton or anything like that, or like a prod or something? I feel like that would be
Yeah, sure. Grab it.
cool. That's the only other thing my not combat character would be like. I feel safer having this. Ooh, which of the two motion detectors is? I'm gonna assume it's the cheaper one. The 314. That seems right.
The 14, yeah. Yeah, I would assume that is both the cheaper model and also the one we have.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Oh yeah, there's no way we would pay for anything better than that.
No.
All right, perfect. And then we'll
Here.
You'll head out.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, to the comm.
Okay.
Does it just talk between like comms, or can we broadcast to like rooms?
Question.
Just the comms.
Just damn it. All right. There's not really a good one near their bunk.
And we'll go back. We'll go back. Unless you got something else
Maybe
to
they'll
say,
hear
I'll go
it.
back to them.
I was gonna say, I mean, do we want to? Well, we should at least let the bridge know. I feel like maybe for them, we just go knock on the door of their bunk. It's on the way to the med
that's
stuff where the second
good
motion
point.
trackers are. Anyway, we can just pick them up on the way.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
So you're done?
Yeah, we'll just use the comms, check in with Tan, let them know it was in the EVA suit room. Blah blah blah. Head to their bunk.
Okay. And you two in the bunk room. Seja and Alouette.
Yes.
Thank you for the repairs. You've done very good work.
You're welcome. Thanks for hearing me out, and hopefully not targeting me in the future for some stupid reason. I don't know. You're not Lark. I trust therapists less than I trust androids, so.
She attempts a smile. It's unnerving.
Says it like a.
We'll work on that.
I have not the hang of this yet.
Nope.
We should meet up with the others to see what they have found.
Good idea. Let's go. Find the lads.
Okay. I guess you find each other in the hallway here.
All right.
Okay.
Have you discovered anything yet?
Well, I mean, we found, picked up a little bit of its trail. It killed a rat in the EVA suit room. Went in and out through the same vent, so, I mean, it could still be anywhere. But we did get some scanners. Do we want to, have, like, one of them on now as we keep walking? There are two more in the med pod room.
I do have one in my equipment as well.
Okay. Yeah, I think maybe because I'm worried a little bit about the batteries dying. I think we try to use just one, maybe two at a time, right?
I think that's reasonable, at least unless we're forced to split up or anything of that nature.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, I agree. It's probably worth a scan. The corpse of that rat was warm, so perhaps a scan will show us if it's scurrying around us at the moment or where it might be heading.
Did you want me to roll or?
Yeah, if yours already has, yeah.
You got to roll the power supply. They each have power supply.
Works.
They come with power supply 6. Those things, I gotta say.
I believe so.
Mine says 5.
I think it's 5. Yeah.
Why did you do 6?
Well, that's interesting. Maybe your character sheet has 6 in the power supply rating for some reason.
Under consumables as 15.
Oh yeah, my power supply is showing 10 right now for unknown
my-
reasons.
But I clicked directly on the motion tractor power 5.
Oh, weird.
Interesting. Does it just like add up all of your power stuff?
Yeah.
Maybe it's two different things. Yeah.
Weird.
So you might have to click on them one at a time to get a real.
I did. I clicked directly on the motion tracker power, and it came up to 6 for some reason.
Okay, that's fine. Now you got 5.
Really weird.
Yep.
So, okay, yeah, you get a ping. Infirmary.
In the infirmary.
She moves the motion tracker back and forth, and then points with her hand in the direction. So it is moving in this direction.
All right. It's good to know.
Yeah.
Dr. Mallory, we found
Mallory.
Mallory.
Wow, that is a callback
That's a
of about
blast.
3 years ago. Shoot.
Good God, that was like 3 to 3 at
Oh,
least
man.
3 years ago that
Whoops.
I played Mallory.
Yeah,
that's the
that's
first
funny.
character I played on this
Oof.
channel, I think, even.
Amazing.
Yeah, my bad. Wow, what a weird Freudian thing there. Dr. Seja, what the hell? Why am I blanking on your actual...
Drabakovsky.
Drabakovsky. Sorry, my brain is just on Mallory, I guess. Dr. Drabakovsky, we've found a dead lab rat in the EVA area. How many rats are on board? Do you know by chance?
Probably fewer since I brought Adrian, but
Wait,
Oh,
was
I didn't
Adrian
know
in
that.
the bunk room with us?
Honestly, I feel like you could just make that an answer. It's gonna have almost
answer.
zero relevance.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
do I
either
know
way,
this?
How many you would have? I mean, I'd assume
Yeah.
so. They're probably
How many
housed
rats
in
we
the
have?
science labs.
you're the only one diddling around in the science lab, I imagine.
Yeah.
You probably were like, be free. All right, Adrian, go get them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is me asking Omega to
Think of a
answer
number,
the question
any
for
number.
me.
Yeah.
7.
Perfect.
All right.
There are.
Is that 7 now or 7 prior
7
to the
now.
death?
There was probably like
Okay.
15 before Adrian got to him, and he killed about 5 before I noticed.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Well, Adrian has
And
competition at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, you should probably put him in. I don't know. What do you put a cat in? A suitcase?
I
A
have
locker?
Carrier.
Sure. One of those.
Good lord.
But you don't want him to end up like poor security officer Hamish?
No.
Have you
Try
been-
again.
The Boolin Wall?
All right. Yeah, I mean, that does bring up an important question. Do we know where Adrian is, and are we sure that he isn't the movement we saw on the scanner in the infirmary?
Oh, damn. Didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
You don't know where Adrian is, no. He usually has free reign of the
Can I
ship.
call him?
Yeah.
Can I call him in any particular way?
Well, you could do what you'd like. But
You
there's
go on the
doors.
intercom and just go psst, psst.
Come here, Adrian. Meow.
Yeah, can I whistle or go psst, psst, psst?
You get no reply. You don't hear or see him anywhere.
All right. Well, I mean, I say we try to close in on that thing for now with extreme prejudice. If it turns out to be Adrian, that's great. If not, maybe we'll fry a bitch.
That's a good mindset.
Yeah.
Just remember, it's got very corrosive substance running in its veins. We have to be very careful to not kill it close to the edge of the ship near a bulkhead.
Right. Is the corrosive substance flammable?
I genuinely do not know.
Okay. All right. I'm hoping the answer is yes. Because then I'm hoping it'll burn off before it does too much damage.
That would be amazing.
If only we could be so lucky.
If only.
All right. So towards the infirmary, and if we end up at the med pods, that's cool. Because that's
Okay.
where we want for the scanners
Mhm.
anyway. Yeah.
Yes.
And just keep an eye on the motion tracker as we go.
Yeah, you walk to the infirmary. The ship just seems to be in order. Nothing wrong. No blood. No slime. Everything's spick
get
and
through
span
this.
clean. You can't open any of these doors?
Hmm.
When you enter the infirmary,
Mhm.
at first you're taken back as you see blood on the floor again. And
No,
you
please.
see slime and tail trails of blood that climb up to the wall and into the air vent right here. But you see Adrian's paw prints in the blood going in that direction.
If my cat
Adrian's
eats
on the hunt.
my cat is gonna eat this chestburster, and he's gonna be
Not
the best.
the goodest boy.
Yeah.
The goodest
More likely,
boy.
he'll come running up to us all jangly and drop like the skin instead.
Yep.
Yes.
Like he gave us the squid baby in the first thing.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah.
Hmm. He's a seasoned hunter of these things.
Yeah, but
Yes.
chestburster be kind of tough for a cat.
It's a fucking worm. Have you seen that thing?
Yeah, I should do a mock battle with a chestburster against Adrian. That'd be fun.
This one would have that thing dead in a heartbeat.
I don't know. Jonesy doesn't take it out.
Jonesy's orange. He probably doesn't have 2 brain cells to rub together.
That's true. But he is a final cat.
Mm-hmm.
True.
All right.
All
I
I'm
guess
saying
let's
is Mabel's
go.
a very smart little girl. She could do it.
The other 2 scanners are in the med pod room. Yeah.
Yep.
Right here. The storage room.
Oh, okay. Well, we have to go through med pods to get there, I guess. All right. I will keep my incinerator at the ready.
Okay. You find another 2 scanners there, along with different stores of food and other supplies like battery banks and any other
Ooh.
kind of items that you need would be here.
Do we want to take a couple battery banks with us as well?
Yeah, can we carry more than the starting 5? Are we able to carry like extra battery or more like this is a place for us to come back to?
Yeah, I think a battery bank's just like a reload. I think it's like a quarter.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's probably worth
I
taking
can carry a lot
1 or
more.
2 of those. Yeah. Just like throwing them in this massive backpack.
Yeah. I imagine on a shelf somewhere, like shoved kind of crumpled in a mess, there's like a tactical vest or something. And it's just like, oh, yeah, I mean, fuck it, we need it. Shove stuff in my pockets.
But you know that air duct runs all the way down out to here.
Mhm.
I figured, yeah. Do we want to just go ahead and go out here and try to see if they're headed that way?
I think that's a wise choice. It does seem to be running along this singular air duct,
Yeah.
for lack of a better directional term, north to south along the ship.
That is
Upstairs.
something I'd be interested in getting, like an overlay of how the ducts
Yes.
run
Yeah, they don't-
versus like a ship map.
They don't have that anymore on these maps. Remember before the old maps, they had them.
Yeah.
I guess
Actually,
they're too hard to draw. And I'm just going to say they run in between these walls here to every room, right? Just
Yeah, with
basically.
like some cross
I'd
sections.
imagine it. You'd need, yeah. All right.
Crispin's gonna go to the little I always forget what those ports are called. Access terminal.
Mhm.
That's right in this area. And kind of start punching in and seeing if it has some vent control a la Alien Isolation, and look into turning off. Trying to think if that's the right thing I'm thinking here. Yeah, turning, I guess, off the vents, the air circulation, I guess, in these tunnels to try in like the section directly around here. I guess I should tell my ultimate goal, and you can decide if it makes sense. The logic here is like there's a lot of sounds and hums going on in a ship, and the fact of probably a loud HVAC constantly going is probably really adding to a lot of like white noise that we wouldn't necessarily hear something. But if we could cut down that sound, maybe we can start to hear something moving in the vent, even if lightly.
Okay.
Is my logic.
So I do a comtech roll.
Okay. He starts typing away.
Oh.
Ooh, 3 successes.
We need high security access.
Oh, I input my code.
Oh, hi, Crispin. Very well, I could do that for you.
Perfect.
Closing air vents. And realize, too, when they're closed, they're just blocking off the air, so they're not super strong or nothing, right? You know?
Oh, instead of closing them, I was actually thinking of like stopping the flow.
System running.
Yeah.
Like just turn the fans off.
Exactly. For an audio cue as opposed to actually closing them. If I can actually close them instead, that's a different discussion I might have with the team.
You could do both.
I mean, you got 3 successes.
Yeah, screw it. Let's do it. We'll turn the fans off for this area of the ship and close the vents on this area of the ship. Yeah, why not?
Then you realize you'll be not breathing too well.
It'll be a little stale.
Yeah, it's a big enough ship, I feel like.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, long term might be like not ideal.
But if you're just doing it in this localized area,
that's what I figured.
It's enough
not the whole
air.
ship.
It's enough air, yeah. Okay.
Right.
Cool. Yeah, I do that, and then I kind of pop back in and say, all right, I think it might be wise if we take it a bit slower at this point. I've shut most of the vents in the locale of this section of the ship, as well as turned the fan for the HVAC down or off. We should do our best to listen for any kind of scrabbling in the vents. I think that might be our best way of tracking it at this point, on top of of course, motion tracking.
All right. Yeah, I do want to poke my head out just to see, I mean, if it was in this vent, I want to kind of
1 second.
just do a little visual check. So I think that's where I'm headed next. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's my only idea. See if it is kept heading south or what.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. Yep. Alouette and I are gonna go kind of poke our heads and see. I mean, I imagine there's a vent kind of right here. But just kind of go poke our heads out in the hallway a little.
Yeah. And you see the trail come again through there.
Okay. Where does it kind of go out and back in through this vent once again, or does it seem to have
Yes.
led somewhere else? Yeah.
Yeah, through this vent. It's going down to the stern of the ship.
Okay, all right.
You closed the vents though, right? But it was already gone.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It looks like this door's open, so I'll just kind of like wave down the hall to Crispin and kind of motion that it's gone down. All right. I mean, I guess the next place to check is the relief supplies room, Alouette.
Very well. Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll poke our heads in.
Okay, you poke your heads into this room, and this room is basically empty. Spick and span empty. Nobody's even used this room. It's totally open.
No supplies.
No supplies at all, which is kind of strange.
Yeah, aren't we a relief mission?
Maybe this
Nominally?
maybe this was used for to take back goods from the colonies that you discovered, or You'd have to talk to Tan about that.
All right. Make a note. All right. So nothing from the vents in here.
No. The vents are now closed, but you don't see no sign of blood or anything in here. No trails.
Okay. Got it. Then I guess we should just continue down through this way.
We can keep going.
All right.
Okay, where are you going? Here?
I
Yeah, I think
guess.
so.
Yeah.
Okay, you go in here, and there is a small shuttlecraft in here, but it's very dark, and there's chains rattling in the ceiling, and there's water dripping. I guess this is used to like in a crane and lift to move things around, and it's very dark, and you see flickering light. And when you enter here, how when a drop of slime lands on your face from above.
I immediately just kind of like try to get everything. I'm still like on the corrosive shit kind of. So I think I like move out of the way and just like. And then signal to Alouette. I don't want to look up.
I look up with my high beam flashlight.
Is that your eyes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Big blow.
Bing.
Yeah. Real
Yes.
anime, eyes
Yeah.
glowing. Yeah.
You look up, and near this coolant pod, you see this big slimy cocoon-like structure, still moist. Something, it's ripped open. It's like something must have hatched or changed here. It's about 15 feet up.
I believe our adversary may have changed forms.
You were like 15 minutes behind it. How the fuck did it have time for an entire chrysalis situation?
How when you turn
Just
around,
seems
and you hear this hiss, and you see Adrian hissing at you.
Adrian is hissing
Yeah.
at me or something behind me.
Well, he's looking at you.
I turn around with my flamethrower.
and
Adrian loves me, okay?
and Adrian runs right out the door of the room.
Mm-hmm.
The cat is alive.
So far.
Maybe it's lost one of its 9.
Mhm.
However many
It-
rats
it
left
is
in
good.
its lives.
Yeah.
Is that what you were about to say, Kitty?
No, I was saying Adrian's got to be down to like 2 or 3 left.
Oh,
Yeah.
Adrian's been around.
he's been
Mhm.
gambling.
Adrian's
Probably
seen
got
a thing
one-
or two.
Probably got one more than Seja.
Yeah. He knows a thing or two, because he's seen a thing or two.
A wizened cat.
A wizened cat. We are farmers.
You hear a big hiss. And right behind the cocoon, just the top of it, you see that thing you saw before with the black, long, elongated skull, shiny, reflective, and the metal teeth reflecting off the flashlight.
We should leave. Go.
Yeah,
go.
I'd like to set it on fire before I leave, though.
Fire is good.
Yeah, if that's something I can do before I exit the room, I would love to aim my incinerator at it and shoot.
Hold on 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason,
Alan was gonna push past and leave.
Mm-hmm.
okay, there we go.
All right. And so it's about 15 feet up.
Yeah, so we're gonna. Well, according to the rules,
Mm-hmm.
I could say it's an ambush, but it's not an ambush.
Okay.
According to the new stealth rules, you both roll observation. Whoever wins gets to do something.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, let's come back in the room.
Mm-hmm.
No, draw initiative. Draw initiative in this case. We're drawing initiative.
Oh lord.
Okay.
We'll get you guys in there too.
All right.
Of course, Crispin goes first. Oh, it hasn't been rolled yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Alouette is reacting first.
Mm-hmm.
But the drone gets 2 shots.
The blinking heck. Y'all are all the way over here.
Yeah, we've been slowly moving down as we follow the trail.
Yep.
Okay, so the xenomorph goes first.
That's true.
Okay, so it's I guess that fits the theme. It going first anyways, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, who's gonna pick? Halwyn or Alouette? 1d4, 1-2 Halwyn, or 1-2 Alouette, 3-4 Halwyn. Alouette.
All right.
Here we go with the roll. Playing with its prey. The Xeno attacks, but not to kill. The target is knocked to the ground and drops all handheld items, but otherwise takes no damage. The Xenomorph stands over them, taunting them, prey to run. You get +1 stress and panic roll, but you're immune to that. So you fall to the ground and drop all your items.
All my items?
Yes.
I have a lot of
Handheld.
items.
Handheld items, yes.
Okay, I was holding.
I'm
my
guessing just
flashlight.
whatever. Yeah.
Alouette's turn.
She's going to get up and get out of the room.
Fair.
Okay. Seja, you hear,
Right.
did anybody scream? How did you scream?
Probably, if I'm being honest, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like to think Crispin and I were like vibing in the hallway, like kind of.
Yeah,
I was
oh,
like
no,
walking.
wait a second. You guys are way up here.
We were up
Crispin's
there
over
that
that.
whole time? Okay.
Well, I don't know where Seja
I
was.
would have probably been following them. I was something
I mean-
mildly came up that I had to.
Okay. We'll say you're here. We'll say you're both here, just to make it.
Yeah. We did pause right here, and I signaled to them, but yeah, I don't know since then what they've been up to.
Okay, so
I
there's.
would have come closer. I would have been at that doorway where they
So this,
signaled. Yeah.
for you, this would be 2 zones away.
Well, I could go 1 and still shoot him through the doorway. Ain't he in the door? Oh no, he's in the room. I thought this was a door.
No,
Well, I
that's
can
a
still
little,
get-
yeah.
I can get in the room and choose it. Can I? It's 1 zone. I can move, right?
You can move to it. That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
If you
It's just-
only move, you can do 2.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think that's a good idea for self-preservation reasons. So I'm gonna
That's fair.
stay.
You could
over
overwatch.
to the. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna go to the door, like kind of behind Alouette, and do like Overwatch, so that I can shoot the alien if it comes out of the room.
Okay. The drone gets to attack again, but Hallin's the only one in there.
And it's just me. Yep.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm aware.
Rip.
Here's the goes.
Hell of a run.
Oh, 2 again. So it
Alright.
it turns around and then knocks you to the ground, saying, "Who the hell are these creatures?" You fall to the ground and drop all your weapons or handheld stuff.
Okay. Yep.
Your turn.
Okay. Alright.
You did put a
Well,
point into mobility, didn't you?
I did. Yep.
That's good.
Why didn't make you roll mobility to leave?
No.
Alouette? But
I can.
no, we won't go back. We'll just say
No, actually, I put the point into stamina. Anyway.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Next time.
Hopefully.
All right. Great. Well, I am next. So I would have dropped the incinerator unit, and now it is standing over me.
You can pick it up with a fast action, I'm assuming,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then slow action to
It's
roast it.
standing up.
Yeah, that just means that I will.
Roast it from the ground.
Yeah, I mean, I do not like being the only person in this room.
Great.
No, not ideal. So I think my primary concern is getting out mostly. So, yeah.
But I the new rules I forgot. You do not roll panic anymore when you
Okay.
roll a facehugger. When you roll a facehugger, you roll on the stress response table, but you do roll for panic in certain situations. And one of those situations is when a xenomorph is in adjacent to you. Then you roll panic. Or when you see one for the first time, but you already seen one for the first time. So it is adjacent to you, and you're on the ground. Roll me a panic, which would be 2d6 plus your stress level minus your resolve.
Okay,
And-
so when I rolled that panic for the face hugger I got earlier on medical aid, I should not have done that?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
You roll on a stress response table. You
Oh,
don't
that's
roll on a
stress-
panic table.
Okay, so this
It's-
is a different table, but it's the same roll numbers wise? The 2d6 plus?
Yes.
Or no?
Yes. Same
Yes,
roll number
okay.
wise. Yes.
Okay. So this will be just a 2d6. I have one more stress, so it's -1 this time.
So 10, 9.
9.
Lose an item. You lose a weapon or other important item. The GM decides which one. Stress level +1 for you.
Cool.
You can pick the item, up the item with a quick action. Out of combat, you need observation roll to stretch a time to find it. So So you dropped an item.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going to say that it has no effect because you're going to pick it up now. This happens before, like, you fell to the ground, dropped your weapons, you already dropped them, and then you panicked.
Oh,
and then it
okay.
says you dropped again, so you could still pick up your
It just all happened.
you can still pick up your incinerator if you like.
Okay. Yeah, I will pick up the. Yeah, fuck it. I will pick up the incinerator and, God, Crispin is far, and then it gets another turn.
You could attack with it too, but
I know. I'm just looking at it like I don't think anyone else is gonna be in the room by the time it gets another turn.
yeah. Well, and be warned too. In the new Alien version, each round re-roll initiative too. That could be really deadly because the alien could go like 4 times in a row at the worst, right? If it went last
Jesus.
twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's interesting.
yeah.
I have at least one other weapon on me. I'm just gonna get the heck out of Dodge if I can.
Okay. Roll
And
mobility.
just get out into the hallway. Alright.
Mind you, these evolved rules are still beta, so they might be changed. That could be really deadly. Oh, so you still make it, but it gets a free attack on you.
Can I
Can she push that?
Yeah.
I think I will. Okay. Alright.
Nice.
Okay, good. Now it's Crispin's turn.
All right. 2 full zones away. He hears the commotion. Here's the fear. Can't see it yet, so he's seen recordings and some blurry imagery being the corpo he is, but it's still pretty locked up, so I don't think he has a full grasp of how big this thing is. So he kind of charges in with both actions, fairly confident, probably just in time to do his full 2 turns and then get a good look through the door at how big and intimidating this thing actually is.
Well, I would say it would just take you 1 action to be in this room, this
Oh,
area.
really?
Yeah. So you just-
okay. I thought that was 2 zones away. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, in that case, he sees it, is instantly horrified, and just raises his pistol and kind of starts just pulling the trigger without thinking at all at this point, as panic is just raising in him.
Okay. Okay. So
Was
roll
that
on.
okay? Yeah.
You roll on the stress response table. 2d6 plus your stress minus your resolve.
Okay, so 2d6 plus my stress, which is 2, minus my resolve, which is 4.
8, 6.
Yep, 6.
Deflated. You cannot push any skill rolls until the end of this stretch. That's 10 minutes, 10 rounds.
Damn. Okay, that's a bummer.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, well, good point.
And,
Oh, what?
yeah.
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
You
Yep.
can't push. And so now I'm going to re-roll the initiative. This is going to be really interesting.
Here we go.
Oh. Drone is next. It's like, what's going on here? Let's find out who these guys are. It comes in here. We got 4 people. It's eyeballing you. What's it gonna do? Well, Howland and Alouette are first ones in the line, so I guess I gotta pick one of you two. 1, 2, Howland, 3, 4, Alouette. Howland. Capture for the hive. The thing's thinking it needs to start building a hive now. It attacks with its
Where?
venom spiked tail with 10 base dice.
With what queen?
They can overmorph people without a queen.
Base damage 1. If the attack causes any
Onward.
damage, the xenomorph pulls its punch, so only 1 point of damage is inflicted and the paralyzing venom takes effect. The victim must make a stamina roll. The number of
Okay.
successes rolled is the number of rounds they could stay up. Then they fall unconscious for a shift. The paralysis can be removed with a shot of adrenaline and a medical aid roll
Okay.
from a med kit. Okay, so
Yeah,
it
but-
rolled. It got 3,
It has
6. So it does 1 damage on you. So roll stamina.
Okay,
Can't
is
roll
this
armor
something
and-
that I could have armor or block on?
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause if it causes damage.
it's got
Okay.
three damage. So you could defend. They call it defending, which is just like block. Just roll close combat. You gotta get 3.
Okay.
If you want to do that, that'll be your fast action.
Fast action, yeah. Yeah, I feel I might as well. I'll go for it. Okay, that's great.
Well,
Alright.
Roll your stress response roll.
Mm-hmm.
You know the deal.
So 6.
Deflated. You can't push.
Okay.
Okay, so now roll your stamina.
Would I be able to roll armor as well?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Alright, well,
We're not doing the new armor rolls, everybody. We're not doing not yet. Not yet.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Phasing it in.
so you're still taking a 1 damage.
One thing at a time.
Roll stamina.
And now stamina. Yep, okay.
We believe. Look at you.
Okay. Alright, 2
all
successes.
right.
So you could say awake for 2 rounds, then you pass out.
Okay, alright.
Alouette.
And it would be a medical aid roll. Okay, alright.
And also, if we kill the thing, then you're not going anywhere. So,
Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna attack
It's a
close combat. I'm gonna use my hard hitter.
nice.
Wait, am I a fool? I had Overwatch.
Dang it.
And you can still take Overwatch. It isn't your turn yet.
That's correct. I'll let Alouette do her thing, and then I'll do mine. I'm
I did.
very foolish today.
I swung with my heavy wrench and did nothing.
Okay.
No dice.
You want to do anything else?
You hit the wall. Ping!
I can't. That takes both my
Okay.
actions.
Yeah.
Okay, the drone. It's looking at you now, Alouette. So you challenge me.
It can't fucking talk.
Attacks you. Hypnotizing gaze.
Oh.
Stares at you deeply. Like, who is this? It's looking at
I have
you. You're
no
not like
soul.
the others. It's memorized. It's trying to make you panic. It's wondering why you have no fear of it as it looks at you with no eyes.
It gazes deeply into your
Into my soul.
And every
not
time we
romantic at
touch,
all.
I get
I
this
get
feeling.
this feeling.
And every time we kiss, I swear I could die.
This guy's
I
not
gaze
human.
right back.
He's not human. Seja.
Need you to die. Oh.
Mhm.
I forgot to do my Overwatch in the previous turn, so I guess we can
Okay.
talk that I'm being foolish unless I'm allowed to resolve that.
No, because you didn't mention it.
That's fair. I will allow my foolishness to have consequences.
You were distracted somehow. You weren't paying attention, so.
Look, I was fucking jamming to every time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear I could die. Because we will die.
Distracted by Adrian running by.
Yeah.
My cat.
My baby. But now I'm going to shoot him.
Okay.
Oh my god, why am I scrolled so far away from... Okay.
You're shooting it with your assault rifle damage 2. Roll the stress response table. Stress minus your resolve plus 2d6. Take your stress minus your resolve and add it to your 2d6.
Okay, let me throw another d6 out there. 1 minus 4 is minus 3 plus 5 is 2.
2?
Yeah.
Shakes, you gain a stress. Okay, it's going to roll its armor
also,
for the...
does Nerves of... Important question, does Nerves of Steel do anything here?
I agree, we're still giving it -2.
Yeah, still -2.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't factor that in, so 0.
okay. Armor save for the alien, so it takes 1 damage. Howlin. You got 2
Hello,
rounds
that's
left. You got 2 rounds left.
Yep, I do. I have used an action blocking. I will use my other action to pull out my gun. And I think that's all I can do right now.
You could move. Instead of pull out your gun. Well, I think pulling out the gun's free action.
Is it? Okay, yeah. Then, yeah.
You're risking an attack,
I have
though.
to-
You're in
I was
adjacent.
gonna say I would have to make another mobility roll. I mean, if I can just pull out my gun, then I'll take the action to shoot with it.
Much
Okay.
pressure I need, my
Alright.
Okay, go.
Oh my goodness. Alright, well,
Did hit.
Did hit.
did hit.
Armor. Locked it.
Okay. Alright.
What were you shooting him with?
It's base damage 2.
Okay, so it takes 1 damage.
Right, assault rifle, yeah.
Is that armor piercing?
I don't believe so, but I can check.
A pistol? I don't think so.
It's
No,
not a
it's a
pistol, it's an
assault
assault rifle.
Yeah, I think only the pulse rifle, like the
I think
marine
only
pulse
the
rifle
pulse.
is.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
big chunky
Yeah.
I
boy.
need
Yeah.
double.
You got lots of stress, Howlin, so I like to see what your stress
Yeah, I have
response
so
roll
much
is.
stress. Yeah,
Girl, eat a nap relief.
it is. I would love
It's
to.
supposed to have a
I
nap.
actually do have one in my pocket, but I'm gonna hold off another round or two. It is not armor piercing. Here's my roll. 4.
Aggravated. Stress level +1 for you and every PC here. As you watch
Aggravated.
That
Howlin
tracks.
go nuts.
Yep. Yep. She's not doing too hot.
Just your eyes like tweaking out.
Actually,
So we all get a stress? Or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Crispin.
Okay.
I mean, Alouette doesn't, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alouette can just go be special in her own special.
Crispin is going to take aim. I guess take aim and fire with his pistol. Oh shoot! No, I panicked. I have to reload.
oh no.
I forgot about that.
But we're
right?
gonna do the
Are we gonna do the?
since we're in between versions,
Okay.
We're not totally using the combat for the weapons and armor, so we're going to use the Twilight 2000 reload. Roll range combat.
Cool.
Succeed. It's a slow action. It's a fast action. You fail. It's a slow action.
All right.
So it's a fast action. Fast action
All right.
reload.
Cool. He drops the mag, pops a new one in, and just starts going pop, 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 pop. Just still like completely focused on it in terror, as this is much scarier than all the reports he's read about it.
It was less scary on paper.
Why can't it stay in the paper version? One hit for 1 damage.
1 damage. Okay, armor. It blocks it.
Damn.
Now I get to re-roll again.
Oh god.
It's not drawing armor.
Yeah, I didn't think it was working because it kept all of us
Yeah.
in the same positions last time, and we had this problem before, I think.
There.
Here we go.
I love when initiative just like breaks.
That's better. At least the last one goes at the end. But then it... Okay. So it's... Nobody stepped up to try to defend those two, eh? Well, Howard's... he knows she's going to go down soon. So it's going after Alouette. This thing that it can't comprehend. I got to get rid of this thing. Headbutt. Oh, goes for a headbutt and Alouette. Headbutt.
It looks like they missed.
Oh, did it miss? What do you mean?
I don't think it had any. It didn't look like it
get
hit
any
any.
crosshairs.
Oh, it missed. I'm gonna push.
He fired and he missed, and then he missed again. He missed both times, and then he fired and he fired and then he missed. This went on
Alouette
for
just
several
like.
hours.
Yeah, the head just goes right by head.
Yeah.
You're just like I like to
You
think
missed
Alouette
the
looks
beach?
really like offended. Do it again.
You missed the beach.
Seja, turn.
Amazing.
All right, I need that clipped. I need that clipped for posterity. I will take my turn, but I want you to know, Omega, I need that shit clipped. Alouette, if Alouette actually says bitch out loud, like Sesha will be like, it looks like I'm finally rubbing off on her, so I don't know if
Into her
that's a good
sass
or
era.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but I'm going to take it as a good thing because we just had like a whole heartfelt about, do no harm but take no shit.
Words to live by.
Yeah, that's basically Sasha. Except she will do harm. In the process of taking no shit, I'm shooting this bitch. If you please.
Alright.
You got 1 hit for 2 damage.
Hell yeah.
Armor save. Takes 1 damage. And as it's hit, I keep forgetting this every single time. Acid splash comes out and hits Alouette. Or we don't know. Could hit either one.
Oh, that's like
1 acid splash and Alouette. No, I gotta roll. Let's see. Halwyn, 1, 2. Halwyn, 1 damage. You still alive?
alive, hon?
Yeah, is this another thing I could roll armor for, maybe?
Yeah.
I think you can roll armor no matter what.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, that's
okay. I thought I wanted to check.
Okay.
I'm
yeah.
fine.
Your armor,
But
fuck the acid.
it sizzles your armor. It's like,
Alright.
and you got to throw it off. So you lose
Okay.
it. Your armor rating's down 1.
Okay.
That's fair. I like that.
Now I need to figure out how to make that happen on my sheet.
That's
You
the real
probably
challenge.
edit it. Or you can click it. You can right click it when you roll it and see if it'll let you add a -1 modifier.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea. It
Smart
will. Alright, there we go. Cool. Never mind. All good.
I win at finagling this game.
Okay.
So, Crispin.
All right. Forgot again that it reshuffles.
Yep.
Chris will do. I'm trying to think if he realistically does anything other than continue to shoot this thing, but I don't think he would. Like
That's a fun answer.
Yeah, no, I think he's going to take aim this time for that +2 modifier and continue to unload on him. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
Roll your stress response.
All right, so it's 2d6 plus my current stress minus my resolve. Which is
6. Deflated. You cannot push.
already
Still
was.
deflated.
Okay, then you already were, then re-roll.
Oh.
That's what it
Okay.
Still
says.
deflated.
It does. That's the actual roll.
Yeah.
Part.
Wow.
Just take the next one down. Oh,
4.
Aggravated. Stress level +1 for everybody. It takes its armor save. What was it? Damage? Was it damage 2?
It's only
Damage
damage 1.
Okay.
He has the tiny little pistol.
Alouette.
Girl.
all right. Ellen's gonna mix it up and gonna use her. Where'd it go? My bolt gun.
Ooh, nice.
It's a tool, but not right now.
I know it's probably like
I
a
got
very
aim.
specific, very dangerous looking object, but I like to think it's like the nail gun, the modern day nail guns that people modify like to tape over
Yeah.
the safety
Yeah.
mechanism.
Yep.
Oh, dang.
Okay.
So it does 3 damage, so that's
Nice.
What is it? What are you rolling?
Five.
Bolt gun.
Okay.
That's armor piercing.
Okay.
It is.
Hold on.
That's-
I gotta do a. Hold on.
Half.
It would be half.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking the Big Daddy from Bioshock
No.
instead. With the
Well,
rivet gun.
that's more.
You just
That's
did
more.
double.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it is
Wait
the
a
Big
minute.
Daddy. It is a Big
Okay.
Daddy from Bioshock.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a rivet gun.
Yep.
You.
The
The
drill.
bolt gun just like goes right through the back of its skull. A big shoot of acid just spurts out. It goes. It adds to the acid that was already on the floor, and the floor gives out, and the creature falls down to the next level, and then Halwyn's falling down with it. Roll mobility.
Why is she
Cool.
falling?
Because she's at
Floor's
part
collapsing.
of the floor collapsing.
Yeah, nah.
No,
I can save her!
I'm
I was.
Girl,
Oh,
Okay.
hot damn.
okay.
Oh, I
Halwyn,
thought I was
Halwyn,
going to
and,
get her.
Jesus.
Halwyn and Alouette are both hanging.
Alan's hanging with 5 successes?
Yes.
no, she's not hanging with 5 successes. That's bullshit.
I think Obi-Wan Kenobi's that shit. One leap.
Oh yeah.
Girl, Pop has 5 successes. She should get up.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Okay. So Halwyn,
When has
you
any of us ever gotten 5 successes on anything ever?
I wasn't
I've
taking that
gotten
into
There might be
consideration.
our limit.
28
Anyone
failures.
watching this, bullying does work.
Bully
but-
your local DM.
Advocating.
But Alouette,
Advocating. Because good lord, that's a roll and a half.
okay, I give it to you. I didn't consider
The
that.
fact that 3 of them came from your 4
Yeah,
base
that's
dice
pretty
is
impressive.
already
Yeah.
insane enough.
It's
3
bonkers.
sixes.
Don't look at how
Absolutely.
much stress I have. It's fine. I'm about to pop a nap relief. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before you go to sleep.
Alouette, you go to fall in, but you're strong. You hang on there and you pull yourself right up, and you turn and you look back and you see that the xenomorph is down there, looking at you.
So does anybody
And then-
have any
It puts its head down and goes to sleep.
sodium hydroxide?
No.
It still looks alive.
Yeah, it goes.
Well, it's got a big
sleep.
hole. It's got its big hole in its head, and you don't see it moving.
Okay.
No, it's
Right.
just like that was just like a dying twitch kind of thing.
I've watched enough
I'm gonna
horror
be
movies
fucking
that I
damn
don't.
sure that. Yeah.
And
No.
this problem
Look,
is
look,
over.
Look,
Consider
look,
it dealt with.
Look,
We're
look,
fine.
look. This
Yeah.
is called manifesting.
All right. So, I'm about to follow it into the realm of unconsciousness. The science lab is right there. Seja, you could probably find some decently concentrated sodium hydroxide to pour on this acid there to neutralize it.
I will do
If
that.
someone could pick up my flamethrower and just kind of incinerate it a little bit, that'd be great. I need to take some pills and then I need to take some adrenaline if I have time. So, there's a med kit right at the end of the hallway. I'm just gonna navigate around to there. She's like shoving pills in her mouth.
She's falling asleep.
Yep, leaning against the wall like.
I still have 1 health from the last time we got into a scrap, and I forgot about that until just now.
Yep. Well.
Crispin
Fine.
will walk to the edge of the hole and not pick up the flamethrower, but just reload his pistol, kind of still stunned by the whole thing, and just keep pulling the trigger down at the corpse.
Oh my god,
okay.
Slab, you're going to make it spray more acid everywhere.
Well, that's why you're getting sodium hydroxide.
Yeah, so I'm telling it to stop to make me not have to get any more than I'm already getting.
Just get the.
Had to be sure it was dead.
How much is in the corrosives cabinet? Just take the whole thing.
I don't know. I'm getting some highly concentrated base to put on the acid.
Yeah. All
So
right.
that Omega
Yeah.
knows what I'm doing.
I'm gonna root around in the med cabinet until I find a shot of adrenaline. I'm just gonna right in
Should
the
be front
muscle.
and center, right?
I'll
Yeah.
help administer it.
Oh, thank you.
This
I
won't
love
hurt.
that things rotate 90 degrees when they
Yeah.
die.
Give her a medical aid roll.
Yep. We're good.
All right.
Nice.
Tan comes walking down the hallway. Oh, jeez. What is this?
Yep. Yep.
The thing that
This
came
This is
out
what
on the-
survival looks like, Tam.
Crispin, I'm surprised you killed the thing.
Do you see how fucking large it is?
Yeah, Crispin, we've seen one of these things before. I don't know that Tan has. We have though.
I've seen bigger.
Yeah, honestly.
It's
Actually, to be fair, Alouette killed it. Crispin just keeps shooting it.
Yeah, I have not. I've mostly done nothing to it, but it's definitely probably dead.
Yeah.
Session-
Alright, I'm gonna go
Double take
get
the
my
fact that Kristen
flamethrower.
just admitted that.
Or-
Yep.
Tan's like, well, I might have to tell our superiors that you killed the thing instead of captured it. Crispin.
Tan, you stayed on the bridge, so we can discuss that as much as like. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but typically once they get to this level of maturity, we send full dog catcher teams, which are professionals, not a ragtag crew. This was a great idea until once again, you can by all means please pass this on up. You failed by allowing your unaware security officer access to the critical egg, which started this whole process. Otherwise, we would have been significantly wealthier by delivering that perfectly contained egg. But instead, security officer discovered it, was implanted, was inappropriately put in a cryopod and unsuccessfully frozen, and here we are. So by all means, pass it on up, Tan. I think it'll go over perfectly.
Don't you outrank him?
Yes,
Yes, but
it's corporate. You can do all kinds of weird, nasty shit
Yeah.
by emailing things around people.
it's doggy
I
dog.
believe any reports he submits must be
Regardless.
first approved and edited by you.
Dragovsky is military, so
Regardless of the chain of command, you kind of still have to have a bit of leverage if you're going to do any maneuvering like that. And I mean, I'll be honest, Tan. You're one person. Who's going to confirm your version of events?
I'm your second. I certainly won't be, and if your second isn't, then
Well, somebody better clean this mess up.
I'm working on it. Fucking A. Let me pour my sodium hydroxide on the floor.
I was just notified by command, and when you're ready, please report to the bridge.
Okay. Put sodium hydroxide on the floor so that it stops burning the acid.
And instead it turns into water.
It does.
We love it.
And some salt.
And some
think.
salt. Mostly water.
Mostly water. Some ions kind of vibing around in there, maybe.
Oh,
Like-
10. Before you go,
The beauty of chemistry.
coffee and a bottle of nap relief for each of us should be ready for us when we get to the bridge, please.
I feel like a cup of tea would be more appropriate for stress relief.
I think mine was
fine.
cream.
Oh, Lakota.
One cup of tea.
Lakota's still alive. I forgot about Lakota.
You forgot about the fucking therapist. That's amazing.
Man,
Where
you
is
forgot about one of your crew members?
Well, I haven't seen her in a while. I wonder what she's been doing. We must.
Maybe ask her to
To be
make some
fair, I
tea.
believe we all
What
did.
a paragon of leadership.
Alouette,
Absolutely
Alouette,
the
hush,
epitome.
Hush.
Well, of all the crazy stuff on here, I hope she's not up to something.
That's not a absolutely concerning statement.
That's a
she's-
very foreboding statement.
She's a therapist. Of course she's up to something. She's probably secretly an android and trying to lark me into oblivion.
That is remarkably specific.
Yeah, what on earth?
I don't believe that's anything that any of us would have understood. What do you mean lark you into oblivion?
So there was
Alouette
an
gets
android. There is an android
You monologue.
therapist on my previous crew. Her name was Dr. Lark, and she had some sort of weird thing against me. Despite the
that's
fact that
bad
I was the
coding.
least. I was the least.
We can have
dupless-
this conversation on the way.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, as I've gotten my incinerator unit back, and as we walk past, I'm just gonna go ahead and light the corpse on fire a little bit.
Oh. Crispin's
I know.
deflated really
Yep,
really
I
hits him
know,
in his core.
I
as
know.
it-
Still
it's burning.
valuable as
Sorry.
Ash,
Yeah.
Kristen.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Shut up.
Would you like me to collect the remains?
If you
No.
wouldn't mind, Alouette, that'd be excellent. Anything you're
Oh,
able to collect would be just truly appreciated.
The small.
All right. I mean, well,
I grab
Well,
like a
she's doing-
small plastic bag.
yeah. While she's doing that, I will stand watch. We'll meet you, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Alouette, maybe put on gloves before you touch it.
If you have a gopher, one of those grabbers, probably a good idea.
Very well. If my hands get damaged, I can't replace. But sure. This is
Yeah,
supposed
but
to
it'd be
work.
easier if they didn't get damaged.
I go through very many of these, given my work.
Hands?
Yes, this is my 37th pair.
What?
That's so
We
horrifying.
gotta take better care of you.
That's the real horror in this whole
A
game.
heavy machinery-based android has probably gone through a lot.
Oh, for
God.
sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Regardless.
Just a score of children's worth of hands.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Well,
Okay, so you guys head to the bridge.
after collecting samples from the corpse.
Mm-hmm.
I love this game.
Is there an option to chuck the corpse out of an airlock after we're done with it? Because I would be
It's
interested in
literal
pursuing that
ash.
option.
As I'm holding the little
would
doggy
still,
bag.
I would still feel better.
I don't think
No, that's fair.
the corporation
We
would
like sweep it
want
up
that.
and throw it in the trash chute.
Yeah.
I want it off the ship entirely. I don't.
Well, the trash chute empties into space.
All right, that's fine then. I'm just
Recycle
seeing a
here?
montage of Alouette and Holwyn just going, trying to shove it in.
Into like a 1x1 like trash chute
Yes.
hole.
Yes. Mhm. Yeah.
Well, you get to the bridge. Lakota's still not here, but I'll look into that. But Dan says to you, we got a message from the Liliana, our mothership, and she analyzed the data. The data states, now listen to this, that the engineers, that the perfected, found the coordinates to the Lich Gate, a sort of teleportation wormhole device that they plan to teleport back to our home area, the inner colonies. If they get to the Lich Gate and use that device, they will destroy basically the Earth and everything around it. So, at a last-ditch effort, we are the closest ones there, and they will be not too far behind us. The whole fleet is going to go there, to the Lich Gate. We have the coordinates, thanks to you guys, or thanks to me for arranging everything. But thanks to you for helping retrieve the coordinates. I appreciate that. But
Ken, you've acted as the. This is no disrespect for administrators, but you acted as my secretary essentially on this mission.
I've been the leader this whole time, and we got the information, and I'm the leader. So, yeah.
Who's the one actually pulling the string?
Yeah, the real great argument is, I'm in charge, piss off.
Yeah, shit. I don't think Crispin was
Yeah,
ready for the
oh,
playground
wow.
style. Actually, I'm in charge.
Yeah.
Well, I was in charge most of the time, so you just.
I know you
Please,
are, but
you
what
know I
am
had you in my fucking pocket.
Absolute
Just like
kindergarten
pulling some-
level juvenile argument.
Yeah.
All right.
Needs to process what just
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
So, basically, if we don't get to the Lich Gate and stop the perfected, all humanity is probably doomed, and evolution will take its course. And I guess the perfected will evolve and spread throughout the galaxy, and humans will be no more. So, are you ready to save mankind?
I suppose so.
That's
How
been
far
life
are
for
we?
me.
We are just a few days away. Take us
Great.
there, Dutch. And you know what? We're not even going to go into cryo sleep. Unless you want to. Do you want
I
to
was gonna
risk?
say, if we're like light speed jumping,
Well, I don't think
then
there's.
we should
Yeah.
not risk it.
Yeah, okay. Go into cryo sleep. And we'll just say, because we're out of time, I'm trying to rush this end here. So, you set sail for the KOI 1938 system in search of the Lich Gate. And then you got the Liliana and the fleet just hours behind you in support. You come out of cryo sleep and get to the bridge. And this is what you see. You find a giant gas giant. Its name is called Ojo, a planet that makes Jupiter look like a pebble in comparison. And there before you, orbiting this wonder of nature, lies the Lich Gate. You had thought Liliana was impressive, but this structure is truly awe-inspiring. Not quite circular, kilometers across, with an immense outer ring connected to a central hub by about 16 or 5 spiraling booms, interlaced with small girders that twist and wither between the spokes. The outer ring has 4 great transepts, huge hangars, hundreds of meters across and open to space, easily big enough to swallow your ship and still have space for more. The central hub, a massive flattened sphere seemingly fashioned by the hands of the gods themselves, is itself over 1,000 meters across and 300 meters thick. Your ship sensors show faint traces of power running throughout the majestic structure. Spikes of intensity and temperature increase as you scan towards the center core, the beating heart of the gate. The thermal signature blooms mightily at the very center of the Leviathan construction. The Lich Gate spins in breathtaking, elegant laziness, a timeless behemoth that neither fears nor remembers the passing of the eons. It turns, bathed in a radiant glow from the other superglass giant, and waits. And as you're staring in awe at this massive structure, you see 2 Heliades class ships that the perfected and their devotees seem to fly into one of those docking bays.
And I wish they called them Hyades, because that would have been a great King in Yellow reference.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the end of the session, everybody.
Woo!
Nice.
Very good stuff.
Perfected are very King in Yellow coded, I think.
You think? Which?
I think so.
Do you mean specifically the story King in Yellow, or like the book as a whole, or
The
that's
book-
probably a
the book, like,
side chat?
The book, kind of. I feel like it's the
Yeah.
idea of like knowing about something, and then as soon as you know about something or that enters your life, everything
I
just
gotcha.
goes downhill.
Yeah. Okay. I gotcha. Yeah.
The book.
Maybe the Yellow Sun. I know what you mean. The play, if you will.
Yeah, they take the role of the play, The King in Yellow, in the
Yeah.
book, The King in Yellow.
Yeah. In the book, The King in Yellow, throughout. Which story has the actual play? I guess several stories have the play. Neither
Quite a
here
few
nor
of
there.
them.
Yeah.
We're talking about weird
Good
mythology. Y'all should listen to the podcast Malevolent if you like Cthulhu-y mythos, Eldritch horror, and The King in Yellow.
Or just read The King in Yellow for free on
Or
Audible.
just read The King in Yellow for free.
But only like the first 4 or 5 stories. Don't read the rest.
It was written in the 1890s, so don't put yourself through more than you have to.
Well, so
Or do.
you had a little trouble with the drone, and now you gotta go try to save humankind by going into this structure and battling perfectives and whatever else is in there. I think you need a little support. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but
No idea.
But you do, you might have support.
Hey, we'll figure it out.
Maybe a few hours behind.
Yeah.
We definitely
Yeah.
won't be dead by then.
Well,
At least
this is the last mission to either save humanity, or it's actually a total species kill. TSK.
Yeah, there you go.
Tisk, tisk. You can go tisk, tisk, tisk at us.
That's good.
Actually.
So, I would say, let me take a guess. 3 sessions tops to do this. Maybe 2.
So sick.
Including
Maybe
this
2.
one?
After
say
You
two.
after
mean
this
more.
one.
I would say
More.
give us 3. Give us 3 because we are gonna we are very chatty people and we're going to poke every corner that we're allowed to, so
Likely.
Yeah.
mentally prepare for 3, but
2 or 3, so no more than 3, and then that would be it of this long adventure. It took us
Yeah.
over a year.
Over here.
yeah.
Something like.
And Australius was saying Slices and Dices just started this. I think they're on session 3, and they're doing it monthly. So imagine how long it's going to take doing it monthly.
Yeah. Depends on how long their sessions are too. Like if they're
Yeah.
like a marathoners.
Oh yeah, they do long. They do like 3-4 session, 3-hour session, 4-hour sessions usually.
Yeah. But still, I mean, still, it's
3
a
and
lot.
probably 4, let's be real. Says Australis, he ain't wrong.
Yeah. So we did a few of the new rules. We just didn't do the armor, the weapons. Didn't want to get into that because you have to change a lot. So a lot of these rules that we did, most of them you could just do. It's easy just to convert. I just got a GM screen with like 4 pages basically, and so it is playable pretty easy with the old system, I say. But it's still beta, so there's still some bugs in it, and there's still going to be changes, and it's not the final version. So, but we're still gonna, from here on out, we'll still use what we've been doing in this session. So,
Australis, I don't believe the King in Yellow and Nyarlathotep are the same. I think that
They are not.
They're not the same, but I do believe they might be vaguely connected.
Yeah, King in Yellow is Haster. Nyarlathotep, it depends on which mythology you want to go down. They're related, but
They're vaguely connected in the Eldritch Horror expanded universe.
Yeah, but not the same. That's a good point. And in fact, the King in Yellow has many different identities. So sometimes it's Haster, sometimes it's not. And Nyarlathotep's his own fucker.
Oh, I have a story about Nyarlathotep for you later.
That's not ominous.
Yeah, right? Goodbye, world.
okay, well, that was fun. A little bug hunt. And so next time we got Twilight 2000 coming Saturday, and that's the last mission or the last session of the season for that game. It's either
Oh wow.
TPK or the last. Yeah, for the summer. For the season ones, I like to just run them fall to spring, and then the summer I like to play other stuff just to mix it up.
Yeah.
Give everybody a break too. So.
Nice.
So yeah, in the summer I'll just be doing like random stuff. So
Cool.
yeah, and then this Walking Dead's wrapped it up. So next week, no Walking Dead, but we still have the Electric State. That's still going. So we could stay tuned for that next week. And
How many sessions would you say we have more of that, Coyote?
Question.
Because I know we have like one more kind of waypoint we were saying.
Yeah, so there's a chance we could finish this stop in the next one, and then there's our detour, which will probably be just one stop, maybe a stop and a half with the travel, and then, a session and a half, and then maybe 2 sessions for the last. So the last 4 or 5 sessions, I'd guess.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting close to the end. There'll be a race. Who can finish first? Us, Alien or Electric State.
Yeah, I feel like Alien will maybe be first, but we'll see, huh?
I
Might be. It
I
depends.
was
Yeah,
thinking
there's a
about the
couple
Electric
factors.
State earlier, because I think we were last talking about leaving somebody with Edie just so that she's not like alone in a trailer. But if they talk to her and if we have a conversation, that could get problematic.
Well,
It'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah.
It will.
This is gonna be great. I'm fine. Everyone's fine.
Lots going
in
on.
Yeah.
the
Lots of big
campaign.
things going on the channel.
Yep.
yes.
Mhm.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Australia, you're always chatting. Love you, man.
Absolutely. Thanks.
And we'll see you next time. Subscribe and like, follow. See us on YouTube. Bye-bye.